Jumping. Yeah, that shit jumping like, go. Yeah, that shit jumping. I'm always into something. Yeah, that shit jumping. Yeah, it's jumping like, go. Jumping. This shit jumping.
Yeah, we back. We like a parole violation.
Oh,
yes, sir.
All right.
Hey, boy, you violate parole, you gonna be back.
You gonna be back, yeah.
And we back. Yeah, that's us. We there. Yeah. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Be Real Entertainment presents Sports Bit, and I'm your host, your boy, your player partner, your partner that's a real player out here in these goddamn streets. OG Good Gang. You know what I'm talking about, man? Real player, certified, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming to you from the Hall of Game, where we're giving you 360 degrees of game. For those that don't understand, that's game all the way around.
Yes, sir.
And I got my co-host with me, Slick Vic.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir. We're going to put this thing in motion with this NBA thing. It's about, a good month.
Yeah.
Good month into the season.
Yeah.
About 12, 13 games been played so far. And right now, it's real early, but what I want to do is we're going to say the surprises, positive and negative in the league. That's what we're going to talk about today. That's what today's show is about. Positives and the negatives in the league right now. And we might have to mention a firing. You know, somebody got the axe.
A couple of people got some axes.
And you know, they had to get their box, put all they stuff in the box, and
Gotcha.
you know, take that long walk to the car.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give you a security pass.
Yeah, you check all that in.
Hand me that. Yeah, hand me that.
Run that back. Yeah, leave that right there. Yeah. I'll probably get this thing started with with my surprises in the East. I'm gonna take the East.
Okay.
My surprise in the East is the Detroit Pistons.
Gotta be.
The Detroit Pistons is sitting atop of the Eastern Conference. Man, I don't remember the Detroit Pistons sitting atop of the Eastern Conference since Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, Rashid and Ben Wallace, Tayshaun Prince. That was the last time that the Detroit Pistons was at the top of the Eastern Conference. And I know it's early, so don't crush me. Don't talk bad. But yeah, the Detroit Pistons, they doing their thing with Cade Cunningham. Who else do they got besides Cade?
Oh, they got the Thompson twin.
Is that Armin?
I think it's a Sar.
Armin or a Sar?
I think it's a Sar. I think Amin is for the
Houston.
Rockets. I think so.
Yeah, amen.
Don't kill me about that. I'm not.
That's right. That's right.
Please don't kill me about that. But yeah, they got the Thompson twin. I think it's a Sar, and then they got Jalen Duren, who's been a monster. He's been a double machine.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
He's been
I haven't watched Detroit play this year. I've been checking them out just on their highlights and seeing that they doing their thing. I don't know if they a good defensive team, and for them to stay up at the top of the Eastern Conference, their defense is gonna have to be top notch. You know, they're gonna have to hold teams under 100 points.
I've watched them play one game. I watched them last week against the Philadelphia 76ers, and they were actually down by I want to say 20. They were down by 20. The Sixers were getting in their ass with Edgecombe and Maxey.
Yeah, man, I like that Edgecombe rookie.
And Embiid. Embiid, he wish he was Wemby. Embiid was actually playing pretty good at first, but yeah, they walked them back, and I think they imposed their more physical game style on the Sixers and kind of walked them back. I think they kind of slowed the pace down a little bit, and because the Sixers are guard oriented team, they like to kind of run. Mm-hmm. They like to kind of run and gun with Edgecombe and Maxey.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they kind of slowed that down, took that away as ball pressure, and they, I won't say stole the game, but
that's what you do.
They flipped the game, and walked them back and won, and they also beat them this week as well. So,
mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I think if you wanna nitpick about the Pistons, they hadn't played really a whole bunch of good teams. Really.
They got a good signature win
They do
against
have a good
the
win.
Houston Rockets in Houston. Tore that ass up.
I don't tore that ass up, but
hey man, that's all you have to do is beat it. Tore that ass
But
up.
yeah, their signature win, their best win of the season so far is probably winning Houston. And then those 2 Sixers wins are good too, though. So,
yeah.
So those are some good wins.
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting. I mean, they lost to the Cavaliers. So it'll be interesting to kind of see what kind of happens. They haven't played the Knicks yet, so it'll be kind of interesting to see what happens when they play the Knicks and the Cavs again. And I don't know. We have to see what kind of happens with how some of this East shakes out. I thought the Magic would be good. I mean, they're a meddling team.
It's coming with the addition of Desmond Bain. Bain won at least 2 games already by itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, he giving them the spark that they need. But we ain't talking about the Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
Okay. Detroit. Do you think that they're for real or catfish? And I know this ain't for real or catfish, but this applies.
Well, okay, so how high do they have to stay to be for real? Or how high do they have to end up?
Within the top 4.
Then I'm gonna call them for real.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think they maintain this 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
I think either that probably goes to the Knicks or probably the Cavaliers.
Right.
But I do think they end up in that top 4.
Okay.
So then yeah, I'd say they're for real. Yeah, they're for real.
Okay. Another team that I wanted to kind of touch on a little bit that's kind of sneaking under everybody's radar.
Who that be?
Drake's favorite, Aubrey. Aubrey's favorite, the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, they snuck up on me. I didn't even realize they were 8-5.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man.
I've been checking out these standings and they doing their thing. I be seeing that they winning and I'm like, man, they winning. They keep winning. Like they just beating folks. You know what I'm saying? They starting off 8-5.
Yeah.
That's got them in the Eastern Conference 4.
Yeah, tied record wise for the 4 seed. Yeah. I don't know if they got a win over the Raptors, over the Hawks. I don't know if that's why they're number 4, but yeah, they got the same record as the Atlanta Hawks, and yeah, I'm surprised. They got the only addition that I know that they got is Brandon Ingram, and so I guess we'll have to see if they can keep this pace up. I mean, the East is, well, I don't know. How do you feel about the conferences? Do you feel that the East is comparable to the West, or do you still feel like the balance of power is still out West?
I feel like the balance of power is definitely still out West.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about, what do you feel about, do you feel that there's a lot of parity in the East?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay, so you think they're comparable to all the teams that are under them, or do you feel like some of those teams will probably end up better than Toronto? I mean, the Sixers, the Bucks, and maybe the Magic, Heat, Bulls. What do you feel they're kind of just in that mix, or you think some of those teams are, you think, definitely better than the Raptors?
I mean, I don't know. I ain't really checked out no Raptors games. You know, I just see their highlights.
Okay.
If I was just to make it just an assumption,
Uh-huh.
I would say no, that they ain't gonna hold that spot.
Okay.
I would call them catfish.
Okay. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I would
okay.
call them catfish.
I got you.
I wouldn't call them the real deal. I don't think they're gonna hold that 4th spot. I don't think they're gonna move up in the East, definitely. So the only place they can go is down.
Okay, well, I like to propose this, man. Since we're professionals,
Yeah.
let's kind of put a focus on the Raptors
Okay.
into our next pod, so we can have a better understanding of what the Raptors are doing and what they're bringing to the table, and if we think it's something that they can hold through the season, or are they just kind of have some fortunate happenings, or maybe people have been sitting people against the Raptors.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because I think now that people are going to look at them and see where they are, and they're not going to be resting people against the Raptors, or
They
are
gonna
they
take them lightly,
and they will be taking them seriously.
Yeah.
And the same thing is going to happen to the Pistons, even though I think people took the Pistons serious from day one. So I think the Pistons are just a really good team.
Okay. Yeah, they had flashes last year of coming on and playing strong.
Oh, especially in the playoffs. They took the Knicks to, was it Game 7?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think they took them to the elimination game. So, but yeah, so I like for us to kind of focus in on the Raptors, kind of pay a little more attention to them, and
I can do that.
yeah, because we don't,
Bet that.
we can't watch all these games.
Bet that.
So.
Well, you must not have the hook. I told you I got you on the hookup to where you can see all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I told you, but he won't fuck with you like, no, I can't do it like that.
It's about
man, come on, man. We can watch all this shit.
It's about
Free. Yeah.
It's about the time constraints. It ain't about the
Hey, man, I missed it when we had
the hookup.
When we had VCRs and you could record the game.
Yeah.
And then you just watch it in the morning or watch it when you get off work. You know what I'm saying? But do they even? I don't even think they sell VCR tapes or nothing like that. VHS tapes.
I mean,
I think I still got one somewhere.
The hard part, not to go down this tangent, but the hard part would be hooking up to your TV, because VCRs don't have USB ports. Or HDMI ports. I'm sorry.
Right.
Which would be how you'd hook it up to a TV.
Right.
You would have to have a TV with the composite red, green stuff. Red, blue, green? Fuck, I don't even remember anymore.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
I know the red and white were like audio,
Yeah.
but yeah, you'd have to have those, and I don't think they make a lot of TVs with those anymore.
Okay. All right. Well, keep the train rolling. What is one of your positives and negatives in the East, if you haven't, or we had already hit it?
Yeah. I mean, I think we didn't already hit it with the talking about the Knicks, or not the Knicks, the Raptors and the Pistons.
Let me give you my negative in the East though before we get up off that. The Boston Celtics.
Well,
they're in 11th place,
but
Boston has always been, for the last few years, at the top, towards the top in the penthouse area of the Eastern Conference. And I know they lost Jason.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But
he's their best player.
He was one of their best players. Jaylen Brown is
their best player. I think this kind of proves it. Jason is their best player.
Well, if we want to just go back a little bit,
okay, let's go.
Jason used to shrink in when it really counted, and the guy that would step up would be Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. So
one final.
I can't really say that he's the best player if he always shrinks, or the team that just beat him was just better. You know what I'm saying? They put that vicious pause, but they put that vicious D on him.
Oh man, okay.
Pause.
That immaculate D. Put that immaculate D on him.
But yeah, so Brown would step up. So I understand that they lost him, and they lost Al Horford. They lost Porzingis, but Porzingis probably was out most half the season.
He's playing for Atlanta now. That's so that might be why they're kind of where they are. Even without Trae Young, they're still,
Right. But I'm saying with Boston, like I know they lost them, but for them to fall all the way down into the basement of the East, even though it's early, and they got a chance to climb out of it. But right now, as we speak, as I breathe, they down there in the basement.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's more. They ain't really in them, and they're 6-7. They're a game under 500. They're not like they're they're 2 games from being the 4 seed. It's not like.
But they in the basement. They in the basement.
I think this goes more to that parity argument that we were just saying. It's a lot of parity. It's just a whole bunch of teams kind of bunched up together.
But in the basement, you normally always see the annuals like Charlotte, Brooklyn, Washington, and Toronto.
They down there.
They was I'm saying, but they would normally always be down there. You're not. I'm not used to looking and seeing Boston down there in the bottom. Like, wait, hold on, why are they down there?
Right.
You know, I knew Indiana was gonna not be, with Tyrese going down like that. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that they would be kind of, at that borderline between a 12 to 10 in the standings.
Right.
Yeah, but to have Boston down there, that's a negative for me. Like, hey, that coach is gonna have to really coach now. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have to really coach. And we're going to see if he is actually a good coach. We're going to see.
Well, what do you think? So, I mean, we knew he was Jaylen Brown. Jason Tatum was out from the start of the year. So what do you think was a decent record for him in the first place? What do you think their baseline? What do you think
I would have thought that they would at least went to, you know what I'm saying, like, not the penthouse, but you know what I'm saying, on like the first or second floor.
Well, I just want a record, because like how many wins do you think are they supposed to win without Jason Tatum? I mean, because you look at if you're talking about the standings, that's kind of where everybody else is doing in relation to them. But how good did you expect them to do? You expect them to still be a 50-win team?
Yeah, at least, man, a little bit better than a 50 type
500? So you expect them to be more than 41? You expect them to do better than that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because they always had a team. And I understand one guy went out, but they had a team. They had guys that just...
One guy? Drew Holiday, Porzingis, Al Horford?
But...
That's like 4 guys. That were like main rotational pieces.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much a third of the team just gone.
Yeah. Okay.
So I expect them to be in the 500-ish range, whether that's 37 wins to 43. I expect them to be somewhere in there.
Just 500.
Yeah, because
below, just basically
just hovering around the 500. Maybe a couple games up, maybe a couple games down.
So even if they would have had Jason Tatum, do you think that they would be where do you think they would be even with Jason Tatum with the loss of Holiday. Horford, Porzingis?
I think they still could. I think they still get 50 wins.
Okay. That's above.
Yeah, they still get 50 wins.
First round, second round exit.
I would say probably about. I mean, they just be in there. I think they would be in there fighting for second or conference finals, because I don't think the Knicks are like way better than, even though they beat the Celtics last year. I don't think they're like way better than the Celtics, and the same holds true for the Cavaliers. Cavaliers absolutely crapped the bed last year in the playoffs.
The last 2 years, actually.
Yeah, so it's yet to be seen, like how well they hold up in the playoffs in any way. So I think they could have still potentially got there to the conference finals, and maybe they could even lucked up with their experience and made the NBA finals. I don't think they win the championship this year.
Okay.
But yeah, depending on how things fail, they probably would have probably been like a 4 or 5 seed maybe, and then they'd have just had to, just
thug it out.
Yeah. Luck of the draw.
Okay. Okay, so who you rolling with in the East? While we in the East,
As far as coming out the East, or as far as what?
teams that you like, teams that when they on the TV, I'm gonna watch them.
The Sixers. I like watching the Sixers.
You like Edgecombe?
Yeah, I like Edgecombe and Maxey. It's kind of like a Steve Francis, Cuttino Mobley throwback. You know. So I mean, they're fun to watch. Yeah. Yeah.
Which one is Francis and which one Mobley?
I'd say that's probably right. I'd say the point guard. I'd say Maxey would be Steve Francis, and I would say Edgecombe would be Mobley. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. But he's got a little more vert to him though.
Ooh. But Mobley could shoot though.
Yeah,
Mobley had the
I mean, Edgecombe has a pretty complete offensive arsenal. So yeah.
Well, we ain't really seen it yet, so I mean,
the
the season has just started.
I'm watching him. He's good for shooting threes.
But what I'm saying is, can he maintain that for an 82 game season? We don't know. You know, he ain't even played that many games before in one season. So you know, but my team is, you know, I ain't gonna change up. I'm gonna still stay with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay.
You know, I like the Cleveland Cavaliers ever since that one guy left and went to Miami, and then they got Mitchell with Darius Garland. I like that combination. I like it, but they just got to be able to play together. I mean, they got to stay on the court. You know, they got to get on the court together. You know, I like that. Yeah. And then they got the two bigs, Mobley and Allen. I like that. And you could just plug another player in or two players in because you got to have somebody come off the bench. As long as they got that, man, I like where Cleveland at. You know, they ain't at the top, but they, you know, they're close to the top. And I think that they could, I don't think they dropping out of the fourth, you know what I'm saying, out of that 1 through 4. Okay. I see them getting,
I agree.
I see them getting a 2 or 1, you know, coming out. But can they go through the playoffs? I don't care if they stay where they at, as long as they maintain, you know, the same type of effort and the same type of play throughout the playoffs and get out of the first and second round and make it to the conference finals. Yeah. So, you like them? You don't really like them a lot.
I mean, they're fine. I mean, it's just, I mean, they're kind of in the prove it stage. I mean, they're a perennial playoff team, but they haven't done anything in the playoffs.
They're a perennial playoff team.
They make it every year, but they don't
never
do nothing.
Played like that when they got to the playoffs. Okay.
I mean, but the team that takes them out won't be there this year. So see what they can do in a pacerless playoff field.
Okay. Now.
Jumping. Yeah, that shit jumping like, yeah, that shit jumping. I'm always into something. Yeah, that shit jumping. Yeah, it's jumping like, jumping. This shit jumping.